All right, are we live? Are we live? Are we here? Can y'all hear me? Let me know that you can hear me and see me good. It's been two long weeks. Y'all already know we got to get into it. We got to get into it. Storm abandoning us? It wasn't me. It was YouTube. Y'all got to blame the YouTube. It wasn't me. I promise it wasn't me. Did y'all see how I was on a roll? Post videos. Then boom, all of a sudden, I'm gone. What? We got to get into what happened. We got some things to explain. Excuse me, I got to grab some tissue. Because my allergies, I don't know about y'all. I don't know if allergies hit y'all like they hit me. I don't know if allergies hit y'all. If allergies hit y'all like they hit me, but my allergies are like on another level. Blame my mama, she didn't breastfeed. Okay, so let me tell y'all what had happened. Because I've been gone for 2 weeks. So I was supposed to. All of a sudden, I get an email from YouTube. I said, FUCK, WTF, what's going on? I said, okay. I go check. YouTube flagged a video of mine from 3 years ago. 3 years ago. No, my allergies are crazy. 3 years ago. Okay? I watched the video. The video was not even bad. Here's what was crazy. I wasn't cussing. I wasn't fussing. It was actually a pretty boring video in my opinion, but nonetheless, incorrectly got flagged by YouTube's AI because the way YouTube works, they audit our channels at any given time. They reserve the right to do that. That's in the policy, right? And if their system, because things are no longer run by humans, if their system determines that something is, against community guidelines or whatever, all of a sudden it's gone. Hold up, what video I want to see? I don't even want to talk about it and say what it was because it's deleted and gone. Here's the crazy thing. You can't even appeal the ish no more because as soon as you appeal it, it's AI 30 seconds later talking about, oh, we rejected your appeal. There's nothing you can do. Now, I know damn well didn't no human review that in 30 seconds. I sat there and watched it. On a computer Dora. I submitted an appeal in 30 seconds. It was denied. So you got the AI on the front end. It's supposed to be human review to make sure the AI don't make mistakes, but the review is AI as well. So I guess Elon Musk got all this shit at this point. I guess the truth is I really need to just go into AI because at this point, YouTube acting like they don't want none of us on this mother. When I tell you I've been dealing with this shit for a year and a half, this stuff for a year and a half, I ain't gonna lie. I was not just frustrated, I was low-key discouraged. I called up my friend, called up my boy, and I was like, I need to come chill at the lake house. Listen, don't that sound nice to be able to say I need to go chill at your lake house? I need to go chill at the lake house. So I went and chilled at the lake house. I meditated, I breathed, because I'm really trying to figure out, like, what's going on? Simply Me said, I thought they said they were bringing humans back to review. Why did this only happen to you? I don't know. I don't know. Can't explain it. Now, with that all being said, here's the dilemma. I'm supposed to leave for Africa in like 30 days. Kiana said God was trying to get your attention. So if you need some Zyrtec and Benadryl, yeah, baby, because this Claritin is not doing anything. You said it must mean some great things are to come. I hope so, because it's been like a year and a half of this. And it started with YouTube allowing the celebrities to just flag my channel. It was just like, well, damn. I mean, it's almost like they don't want celebrity gossip on YouTube anymore. I don't even want to speak that, but what part? I'm going to, well, supposed to be going to Ghana. Going to Ghana. So, but I was off for 2 weeks. That's the problem. So, here's the dealio. Yeah, Storm, your eyes look swollen. Yeah, it's allergies. It's allergies. Yeah, going to Ghana. You know, like everybody. Now, listen, I ain't going over there on no Dr. Umar stuff. Okay, it's for my birthday. All right, it's for my birthday. Be very clear. Be very clear. Ghana is beautiful. Yes, I'm going to vacation. I'm going to vacation. Not even going to see Tasha K's son. He's in Mali, so that's next door to Ghana. But he's in Mali. Listen, so here's the thing, okay? I gotta run up a little bad before I go. What's the conversion rate? I have to pull it up. It's actually pretty good, though. I ain't gonna hold you. It's actually pretty good. I ain't gonna hold you. So, here's what we doing, okay? Whatever I put out over the next 30 days, I need y'all to support. Mo, go sit down, Thunder. You going back and forth, back and forth. When your channel gonna be up and running, the website is just about done. So whether that's subscribing to the website, okay, run up the back, then leave. No, literally, just because the website is just about done, and then it's also going to be available where you can. It's also going to be where you can download it as an app, whether you have like an Android or an Apple device. The process for getting approved to sell an app on the App Store is like pure hell. I didn't know that. Had I known that, I would next time. I'll just do a straight website. I ain't doing no. Yeah. I ain't doing that. I make sure I support Black YouTubers. I appreciate that. I really do. So I'm gonna be selling all kinds of shit over the next 30 days. You may see a GoFundMe, a crowdfund, whatever you see, support. Because we need it. And by we, I mean I. Because they keep fucking with your boy. So that's that. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get into our stories. Got any other questions before we get into everything? Yes, donations. Yeah, look, when I tell you I'm trying so hard not to get back on the pole. I went to the store like, you know what? Where the baby oil at? Where the baby oil at? Shit. About to do something strange for a little piece of change. Please explain the different amounts. Okay, yeah, I'll do if you get on that poll, we will be looking. Listen, starting today, right? Yep. Somebody said, not you sound like a retired stripper. Listen, I'm doing my best not to go back because I know I can run up a quick bag. That close. Where the baby oil at? All right. So anyway, I did see a question where somebody said, how do I feel about Trump lifting the segregation ban? Let me tell you something. Low key, it might be for the best. I don't know. I'm in a weird place right now where I don't really know how to feel about a lot of things. life feels like a reality show when you look at the news. And I will say that I feel like we're watching America collapse. So I can say, all right, anyway, so we're gonna get into these topics. Don't get back on the poll. Shit. When I was over on the poll, I ain't had these problems. All right, so we need to listen. So y'all know I had to come and talk about Just Hilarious, Lo and LaRosa, The Breakfast Club, the whole situation. I know it's late, but let's just get on into it. Okay, so listen, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Just Hilarious, she went live. She dragged all of the Breakfast Club. She said how nobody supports her over there. It's ran like a high school. She feel like that Lauren was brought in to replace her. She feels like basically she was used to usher in Lauren LaRosa, because the thing about Lauren LaRosa, not only is she pretty, you know, I like me some Lauren LaRosa. Let me state there and let me start there. Okay. I like me some Lauren LaRosa. Now, Jess, not my type, not my stilo. But Lauren LaRosa, attractive, educated, nice, soothing voice, black, literally black excellence. They're both beautiful in their own way. In their own way. Okay? But at the end of the day, we not going to act like and pretend that really the person that the Breakfast Club really wanted was Lauren, but Lauren just don't have the social media presence. And so they brought in Jess temporarily. And then once they figured out that Jess really couldn't read like that and she wasn't taking it seriously like that, they went ahead and just brought in Lauren LaRosa. Come on now, we got to be honest. If we go sit here and act like Jess don't feel no kind of way looking at somebody next to you who is more intelligent, more attractive, more feminine, and the comments are saying that they want her over you, if you telling me that ain't what really made Jess crash out, you're crazy. You're crazy. Now, was Jess telling a lie? Not necessarily. I heard they was fucking with Jess up there too. I heard that, really for real, they've been playing in her face too. But here is my problem with Jess. You are a corporate American now, baby. You're always competing. Jess got on that mic and said, I shouldn't have to fight for airtime. I'm not going to fight for the mic. I already got the job. Man, when you're in corporate, your job is never secured. Every day you get on that mic, you're fighting for your position. You ain't been in that job a full year acting like you tenured or something. Acting like you DJ Envy or Charlemagne the God or Angela Gee. The nerve of you. Another thing about Jess too. Somebody need to tell your ass, corporate America, don't run like the hood. Jess is very direct. Corporate is very non-direct. Anybody that's ever worked? Anybody that's ever worked in corporate America, y'all tell me if I'm tripping. Any of us that have had to work in the office with Karens and Brads, you better not get out of line on an email. And don't even make the mistake of thinking HR is your friend, baby. HR ain't your friend. HR is there to protect the company. Everybody is respectful. Everybody is replaceable. So although I was pleased with the fact that the Breakfast Club had that I respect him for leaning into the drama. But yes, it is real. But I respect them for not running from it. And low key, I was listening to that like, oh my God, we listening to an HR meeting like, damn, are we supposed to be here? Are we supposed to be here? But I'm glad we did. Let me also tell you something, Jess. When it comes to Lauren, although she is intelligent, bright, beautiful, but maybe I just like me some Lauren, okay? What you better understand too is that you got some she don't, which is you funny. You're funny. I mean, some people don't find you funny, but you are there to be the comedic relief. You are there to, be the jokester. You were there to, you understand. But before you get on that mic and you start blasting anybody, Jess, before you start thinking that you telling somebody off, somebody gonna need to tell Jess how to realize when somebody playing in her face. Did y'all catch when Lauren told her, I'm the producer and y'all are my talent? Did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch fake ass Charlemagne the God, so much for mental health, yet he was gaslighting the hell out of Jess and playing in her face? The only one that had some compassion for Jess was DJ Envy. But of course, he's married. He has kids, he has daughters, so he gets it. Did you catch our fake ass Charlotte? I swear you can't trust a Ninja Turtle looking up. I swear you can't. Talk about all that mental health. We already know Charlemagne just don't want his career ruined for raping that girl years ago, allegedly. That's all that's about. Charlemagne cares about himself. But did y'all see how he said, you ain't wearing your scarf? You ain't got your scarf on? Y'all didn't catch that? Jess, I hope you realize that Jess, you was brought up there to be the mess, but the jester. And that even though they gave you that shit, they really didn't take you that seriously. Because they feel like you didn't take yourself seriously, especially when you sat up there and you went on maternity leave and you had just got this damn job. Listen, I know y'all saying Storm, she shouldn't be punished for having a baby. That's not right. I understand. But at the same time, girl, you had just got that job. You already had a damn kid. Your kid is in high school, so you know what it's like to be a mother. You know what it's like to be pregnant. This is nothing new. This is not like, oh, I'm in my late 30s and I got to have a baby right now. This is not that kind of situation. And then on top of all of that, you never jeopardize and up your career for a nigga that can't replace your check. Jess got a bad bitch at home. Jess is taking care of that light-skinned man with the good hair. That's why she wanted that baby with that nigga. Because he damn sure ain't got no money. Jess is the provider. So when you the provider and you the breadwinner, you got to be strategic with everything that you do, including having children, because you don't have the luxury of not having a job when you are the Jess, you are the man. They already knew she was pregnant. Okay. Okay. Still, it wasn't the time to have no damn baby. And let me ask y'all something. Is that the new thing right now for women to be taking care of light-skinned men? Was that always a thing? Y'all let me know. Was that always a thing to take care of light-skinned men? Are we still succumbing to colorism and texturism in 2025 and we basically paying light-skinned men for nut that have light-skinned daughters? Is that what we're doing? Because Jess, you got a bad bitch at home. Anyway, Anyway, you say hell to the no, I don't know. But nonetheless, I got to be real with you too, Jess. You know, it didn't really seem like you took the job that seriously at first. When you, after this argument, you came back, you know, you got your glasses on, you got your hair done, got your finger waves done. You're looking good. You're looking like you're looking like you give a damn. You're looking like you give a damn. But I thought that dynamic was very interesting, and I, you know, to see there, to sit there and just watch Jess really, you know, Jess was fighting for her life. she fighting for her spot. But that's the industry. That's radio. That's the business. You have to understand, Jess, you got to do your job so well that, baby, they can't even replace you. Because Wendy Williams, even when she was pregnant, she had a little setup in her bed at home and she was on bed rest. She leaned back like this, like Beyonce at the VMAs, and she was this big and had her equipment in front of her and was still doing her job, laid on her back with her feet spread, waiting for Kevin Jr. to drop. Just with the mess, you can always be replaced. Do you understand that? Do you understand? You ain't the only girl on IG that's funny. You ain't the only person on the internet that's funny. You ain't the only person that give the tea. And you don't even really give the tea. You just react to tea that's already out there. Another thing too, when you look at Jess and you look at Lauren, this is also the difference between being educated and not educated. Thank you. Can't rest and be the provider. See, you wanna move in that masculine energy, but then you want to cry and want people to call. No, ma'am. You expected to perform and show up no matter what. Your postpartum acting up, your hormones off, you still got to show up and perform. Point blank, period. But you look at them, this is definitely the difference between being educated and not. And that's no shade. Lauren is really not entertaining. That's true. But she can fucking read. She can read. She can read. She can read. Lauren is the star student. Jess is no child left behind. It's the difference between being pretty and okay. I'm just saying, anyone can be replaced. Yes, Lovely T is much fun. Listen, I would love to see Lovely T. Lovely T don't live in New York though. I would love to see Lovely T on it. But you get my point. I wouldn't have minded singing myself on there. Y'all know Charlemagne wasn't gonna have that though. I mean, I was told that the seat has to be a female, you know. But nonetheless, I think this whole situation lit some fire under your ass, Jess. And my script for you is to take a slice of humble pie. Oh, yeah. And I want you to get on them knees. Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, I seen a video of Jess butt booty naked rubbing her clit up against a white girl clit in some movie. How much did they pay you for that shit, Jess? Or did they have to pay you at all? Anyway, I'm going to need you to learn how to read. And honestly, you need to team up with Lauren and get some tips and skills on how to do your job better. Because you got responsibilities, honey. Yeah, it was some. They say it's a Tubi movie. Yeah, she was rubbing her. They both looked at like two studs, but nonetheless, yeah, they were having sex. Anyway. Those are my thoughts on that. You are No Child Left Behind. You are DEI. You got an IEP. Baby, you got all that. It's clear. You in the real world now. It's time to step it up. They paying you 6 figures to come and sit on a mic. They paying you 6 figures to come and sit on a mic in a recession. Another thing I heard Jess say was, well, I don't need this. I want this. Baby, you can't never say what you don't need. Because if them tickets don't sell, if that social media starts slowing down, ain't nothing like a guaranteed check with benefits. Because yes, the job at iHeartMedia do got benefits. I checked it. Life insurance, dental insurance, medical insurance, the 401k. No, it's not a 401k. It's something else. A stock, this, that, and all that. It's a real job. You only work 4 hours a day. Get it together. You got 2 kids and a bad bitch at home to take care of. Hello? That's what I'm saying. Let us have another shutdown. Like, girl, you can't. Anyway. 6 figures just to read. Sorry, y'all. My allergies is say with me. 6 figures to read. Want me to tell y'all what it pay? Well, for somebody with no. Hey, thank you, Ash. I appreciate that. I need all that. Hold up. I can tell y'all what their job pay. Let's see. Okay, so the salary for the position is listed between $130,000 to $330,000 a year. $130,000 to $330,000 a year. Now I don't know where she fell in between that, or maybe they paid her more. But for 4 hours of work a day, I'm trying to figure out why she can't get her shit together. I'm trying to figure out why you can't get your shit together. Let me know. You look like you just woke up now, baby. It's just allergies. That's all. Anyway, with that being said, we're going to move on. And who we got next? Oh my God, we got Kanye versus the Carters. We got Kanye versus the Carters. All right. So for whatever reason, Kanye has been on a tangent. Maybe I can't even say burning bridges because at this point, I mean, Kanye is just Kanye. But he attacked the Carters. He talked about Beyonce and Jay-Z and them retarded ass kids. Okay. He said having retarded ass kids is a choice, and that he has no sympathy for them. Now, can he, is it fair for him, or is it, even for him to talk about those children when he a little retarded himself? We're not gonna act like Kanye ain't slow, dazed, and confused. We gonna act like Kanye normal. With that big ass skull, we gonna act like he absolutely normal. Kanye mammy knew something was wrong with him, which is why she always kept him right by her side and kept him in school. He thinks it's because he's a genius. No, baby, it's because you was autistic. You talking about some special needs kids when hell you special needs. Hello? Come on now, we gonna call a thing a thing. Now, I don't believe in talking about nobody's children because that ain't right. Number one, their children. Number two, you just don't do no shit like that. But number three, let's not act like everybody ain't been talking about where is Sir? Where is Sir Carter? Where is Sir Carter? Where is the son? We ain't gonna act like that one little clip we seen of Sir with one eye going one way and one eye doing the wily. We ain't gonna act like we didn't see that shit. But nonetheless, it's none of our business. And you just look and you don't say nothing. Because them kids already got enough they got to go through looking like they daddy. Ain't nobody concerned about them kids' mental health. We praying, sacrificing chickens and goats and lambs, hoping that Beyonce genes fight back. The worst thing you can be is a female-looking version of Jay-Z. That's the problem. We don't give a damn about a little Downs and a little Drew and a little Wiley. We don't give a damn. I'm sitting here shaking these bones, hoping at least maybe she have a baby at least look like Matthew with one T, the daddy. Anything but Jay. But that's what happens when y'all date for intelligence. He's very intelligent. He did, Beyonce didn't want a man that, she didn't really like good looking dudes like that. She liked men who was, I get it, but you still got cheated on. It's gotta hit harder to get cheated on by somebody unattractive. I don't give a damn what nobody say. It's gotta hit harder to get cheated on by somebody that's unattractive because you just look at them like the nerve. And I gave you a chance. And I opened up my womb to you and your terrible facial genetics. All for you to be with Becky with the good hair. Anyway. So, while he's around there talking about Beyonce and Jay-Z kids, because they might have a touch of down, hell, let's keep it real. All of them kids is messed up, okay? Jewel's over there want to be a little corn star. He can't keep his meat off of Twitter. He in the DMs of all the T girls, all the trans girls. It's a new day. It's Gen Z. They don't give a damn. It ain't no big deal. It's a big deal to the older folks. It ain't no big deal to the younger folks. Okay? He over there being a little colorist and a colorist corn star. Before he even graduated high school, if they graduated high school. You got Blue Ivy over there really running things, to be quite honest. And okay, you might have Rumi and Sir with a touch of Downs. And then you got Matthew's other young kids that he had with them stripper hoes that, was going to always feel some kind of way that they ain't invited to the table. Anyway. But you know what they do got, Kanye? I want you to bring you and that big ass skull into the screen when I say this. See what Beyonce and Jay-Z have that you don't. It's all of your children in the house with you. See what I'm saying? See, when Jay-Z wakes up out of bed and he go take that morning piss. Now he old. I don't know if that dick is still hard when he get up in the morning. I don't know. But he take that morning piss and he kiss Beyonce with that funky ass morning breath and them dry ass lips and that whisker for a mustache. I don't trust a man that can't grow a mustache. I just don't. And he go walk down his hallway. You know what he can do? Go and wake up his children. You know what he can do? Go and have breakfast with his children. You know what he can do? Cuddle with his children and watch cartoons on a Saturday morning. You know what you have to do, Kanye? Ask permission to even see your kids through a motherfucking FaceTime. Your daughter had to take a knife and tear up a couch to even come over to your house. You know what Jay-Z has? Some control over his family. You know what you have? No control over yours. You know what Jay-Z is doing? Walking with billionaires. He's power walking, speed walking, getting his exercise. What you doing? Showing us your ashy ass crack, wearing leather jeans with no drawers, walking around not brushing your teeth, not washing your funky ass. And got Bianca out here butt naked and barefooted. Whatever Jay-Z likes to do in the bedroom, you know what he's been able to do? Keep it off the internet. You know what you've proven yourself to be? A sex addicted, a porn addicted, sex addicted freaking fiend. That's obsessed with penis. Can't stop whipping it out wherever you go. You just like designer. Y'all all got to touch it downs. You screaming on Twitter. Jay-Z can go down the hall and see his kids. Hey, guess what? Beyonce acts submissive to Jay-Z. That's something you ain't ever been able to get a woman to do for you. Because all your life, nigga, you've been trying to be something that you ain't. That's really the truth. Now, I'm going to do another video where I break down exactly what Kanye is, because him and Bianca, they do swing. They have not just threesomes, but orgies. He lets like multiple guys like basically run trains on her. That's a thing that they do. So he's into like 3-4 guys on her at once. We'll get into that in another video, because a lot of y'all don't. Even Diddy was into that with Cassie too. But a lot of y'all don't know, like, you know, you have the bull, you have the cuck, but you also have what's called a stag vixen relationship. So when you look at Diddy, what he was doing with Cassie, when he wanted her with the BBCs, he wanted to see the white nails wrapped around the BBC as she handled her business. They're not necessarily cucks. Cucks denigrate, not denigrate. Cucks is like synonymous with like some degradation to a certain degree, or no participation at all. This is a stag vixen relationship. We'll break that down in another video. Anyway, I say all that to say, y'all do know they're not done with Kanye, right? Y'all do know Kanye on his way up out of here. I hope y'all know that, right? Like, he's asking for it at this point. He's literally asking for it at this point. And he didn't already ran his ass, baby. He didn't already ran his ass back to Japan. He talked all that shit and ran right back to Japan. I'm just saying, literally crashing out. Oh, let me say this before I go. I'm gonna need Beyonce and Jay-Z to get in that booth and respond. I'm gonna need Beyonce and Jay-Z and get in that booth and respond. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna need Beyonce and Jay-Z to get in that booth and respond. Y'all always taking the high road. Don't take the high road now. And I know y'all gonna put him in a jar or whatever, and you gonna do what you do. My point is, I need y'all to respond in the song. I need y'all to shut this shit down, because he only do this to people that he know is not gonna fight back. No, not no Tina Knowles response. Not no Matthew Knowles response. Get low and deep in the gutter and call him out for what he is. Point blank, period. Or if you're going to sue him, then sue the shit out of him. All right, moving right along from there, we got to say rest in peace to George Foreman. He died yesterday or the day before last at the age of 76. Rest in peace to George Foreman. You know, the crazy thing about George is that all of his sons are named George, and I think he got like, 5 or 6 sons or something like that. So the George Foreman name is literally just gonna it's just gonna live on forever. But you know, this is not necessarily like a sad thing. He was 76 years old. You know, he lived a full life. He was, you know, rich, successful, family man. And especially for a boxer, he got hit in his head for a living. So for him to, you know, live to 76 and be somewhat together, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Somebody said his daughters are named George too. How did he die? They're not releasing how he died right now. And when they're that age, he's 76. When they're that age, you don't have to do an autopsy. They'll just say natural causes and keep it moving. Hold on, I'm finna look up his kid's name. George Foreman's kids' names. Yeah, literally, all the boys are named George. Literally. No, his daughters are Frida Foreman. He has a Georgetta Foreman. Wow, Georgetta. Wow. Mickey Foreman or Mishi Foreman, Isabella Foreman, Natalie Foreman, and Leola Foreman. But I was sitting here thinking, like, what was George Foreman's greatest contribution to society? Was it boxing? Or was it them damn George Foreman grills? Was it those damn George Foreman grills that literally low-key was helping people lose weight when they was draining the fat? You know, that was back when like the because you know all these different fad diets, they go in and out of like 10-year cycles. So that was everybody was obsessed with low fat, low calorie, low fat, low calorie. You know, they didn't tell you that you weren't supposed to have a plate full of freaking rice, but anyway, you know, low fat, low calorie, low fat, low calorie. Y'all remember them days? Y'all remember them days? Oh yeah, we had them. We had them. Change the game, okay? And our George Foreman grill lasted, I think we had that about 15 years. I might be exaggerating, but we had it for a real long time. Now, the crazy thing is this. It's not that Hulk Hogan turned down the deal. Yep, the Slim Fast Day, yes. Let me tell y'all what happened. So what happened? Wait a minute. Your profile picture is wild. Your profile picture is wild. So here's what happened, right? So George Foreman was not supposed to be the first. He wasn't the first choice to endorse these grills. It actually was supposed to be Hulk Hogan. So whoever the manufacturer was, or the company or the agent, it was probably an agent, called Hulk Hogan's house, right? His ex-wife at the time, Linda, answered the phone. They said, hey, this is such and such. We want to talk to Hulk Hogan. His name's Terry. We want to talk to Terry Bollea about an opportunity to put his name on these grills. They told his ex-wife what it was. Okay? Do you know this heifer took the message and just never gave it to Hulk Hogan? This was the voicemail day. For the kids that's watching, this was back when we had voicemails and we still like, you know, wrote a little note that, yeah, those days. Took the message and never gave it to her husband. So they waited a while and they didn't hear back. And then they called George Foreman next and he signed. And that's what it was. Just like that. Just like that. You say your chest be chesting. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, I went to the gym last night too. Yeah, I feel I got like a pump right now. I can't. If y'all notice, if I do this, damn. Yeah, that's a pump for sure. But yeah. To God is the glory. But I'm gonna say this: it really was just meant to be for George Foreman, to sell the George Foreman grills, because Hulk Hogan grills would not have hit the same. Hulk Hogan grill? I don't know. But anyway, may he rest in peace. All right. Moving right along from there, we got to talk about Wendy Williams. All right. She had a score in court, a victory in court, and the judge said that although, we ain't completely getting rid of that conservatorship, we are going to allow you to move into your own place. We are going to allow you to, do some stuff for yourself. We are going to allow you to have some of your freedoms back. And she didn't totally get her Emancipation Proclamation, but she's able to lead a plantation. Congratulations to Wendy. She was able to leave the plantation. I hope Wendy makes a comeback. I hope she keeps all of these thieving ass men out of her life. Let me tell you something about Wendy, all right? Wendy is a cautionary tale to every woman that your man can bring you down and ruin you. And on top of a no good ass man bringing you down and ruining you, your son that you have by that no good nigga can ruin you too. Because I'm sorry, the husband was a throwaway and the son is too. Y'all don't want to hear that though. You mean to tell me Wendy was as successful as she is, made all that money, and her son couldn't handle no business? Her son didn't know not to spend $80,000 on Uber Eats. First off, what are you Uber eating for $80,000? We all know that boy was embezzling money from his mammy to give it to his pappy. That's the truth, because he's still going to have some loyalty and some allegiance to his father. That's just what it is. When I kicked that nigga out, I'd have kicked out the son too. I'm sorry. Y'all better learn. Y'all listen, ladies, y'all better learn. 2025 going forward, give these niggas their sons. Her son still can't be trusted. You can trust the niece, but why is it always the female family members that's trusted to handle business, and then the male family members get to just do whatever, and they're never held accountable? If this don't teach y'all more than anything, give these niggas their sons. And then you go about your business. You go get him on the weekends. Come on now. It's a lot of y'all right now want to get y'all sons back. Y'all ain't gonna hear me though. It's a lot of y'all right now didn't have the many days with your son when you said, you know what, for $237.22, I wouldn't even be dealing with this shit right now. Damn, that shit's good. If I'd have just threw myself down some steps. It's a lot of y'all right now, you pay for tutoring, you pay for football, basketball, tennis, all kind of extracurriculars, bought all kinds of clothes, Jordans, kept his haircut, do all that for him to grow up and still say you ain't shit. And it's your fault his daddy left. It's your fault. I see a lot of them online now saying that their mamas kept them from their daddies. That's true in some instances, but why? Maybe I'll be one of the men to speak on it. I really got to go on TikTok. I just think I probably really belong on TikTok. I probably really make some money on TikTok too. But why we don't talk about the fact that a lot of our fathers just don't give a fuck about us? I'm talking to the sons now. We taking the mamas out of it. For the large majority of us, our fathers just don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about nothing but themselves. Why we don't talk about that part? Because your mama was a bitch. And yes, she was a bitch because she was stressed. But your daddy didn't give a damn about you at all. They don't want nothing to do with their sons like that. But since they gonna complain and talk shit from now, I just want, because y'all not gonna stop having, we not gonna stop having sex, y'all not gonna stop having babies. But I want you to get it in your head to say, you know what? Give them their children. I had to realize that about mine. Mine don't give a fuck about me. He don't give a fuck about nobody but himself. This is what it is. You know, you gotta clock that shit. But it's more difficult for male children to just know that and accept that, and to know your father just ain't worth a quarter. It's just what it was. It's just what it is. Look at Dr. Umar. Look at Dr. Umar. Ran around for years criticizing black men and telling black women what to do, but didn't have his own. Is a deadbeat daddy his damn self? Yeah, Randa said my dad went out sad. Most of our fathers do. There, you know, you'll hear a lot of men say, like, you know, when men get old and they can't work anymore, or they get sick, that they just get thrown away, you know, or if they have to go to a nursing home, because a lot of these older men, I'm talking about 50 plus, if they get sick or they get real hurt, you know, they don't have no money like that, and they don't have nowhere to go. So they end up in nursing homes, and they don't nobody see me. I'm just thrown away. Well, you know, it's you treated your family and your kids and women and everybody like shit. And when the majority of them die, you know, the hospital, the morgue, or whoever the hell got to call that one sister that live out of town to come and view the body and sign off on your shit and throw you in a $500 pine box because you ain't got no life insurance, and that's that. Don't nobody be crying over them like that. No, seriously. It's because of how they treat people in their youth. All the women they run through, not giving a fuck about their kids. Not understanding you ain't gonna be that nigga forever. Your meat stick ain't gonna work forever. Then what do you have after that? Come on now. And if we really keep it real, shit, I'm just saying. Everybody hyped up on Viagra, so I'm just saying that you know we know what it is. Like, you know, when all that's done, what do you have if you have not cultivated friendships, social relationships with your kids and your nieces and your nephews and your family? Then you just essentially have nothing. All right. It is what it is. Congratulations to Wendy, though. Congratulations to Wendy. All right, move right along from there. We got to talk about Porsha and Shamia. As you guys know, Shamia finally signed on to becoming a Real Housewife of Atlanta. They had actually been asking Shamia to be a Real Housewife for years, but her husband didn't want to film. Shamia's husband didn't want anything to do with the show. But things have changed, and boom, now Shamia is a Real Housewife. Now, I'm sitting here watching this show, not because I even really care anymore, but just to see like what they're gonna do. First off, I don't know who these women is that they hired, but we need a whole new batch. Y'all ain't got nobody else. I mean, I guess we got to give them a chance. Anyway, with that being said, we done fucked around and found out that Shamia is actually the real housewife of Atlanta. Shamia got the biggest house. Shamia's husband got the most money, and that's her husband, so that's her money too. I saw somebody in the comments say, that ain't Shamia's money, that's her husband's money. I said, ooh, ew. Get away from me with that. That's Shamia's money too. Shamia lives in a literal estate or a castle. Porsha had to steal somebody's husband to live in a castle. And it still wasn't even the case. It's still a castle that she's fighting for. We then fucked around and found out that Shamia got the life that Porsha has always wanted. Because it's something about Porsha that's very fake, very sinister. But hell, Porsha, we saw that even in how, you treat your sister. Because I like your sister better. Oh, Lauren. Oh, another woman named Lauren. Classy, smart, all of that. So anyway, when Shamia got on this show, I said, well, they not going to be friends no more, because throughout the years, it was always clear that Shamia is Porsha's friend, but Porsha is no friend to Shamia. All right. Porsha look at Shamia like she's supposed to be her lap dog, her do girl. Look at her pussy and her ass crack. That's literally, I told y'all about these friendship dynamics and how they work. And the majority of the reason why we friends with the people that we friends with is because of a dynamic that one is here and one is here. That's just the truth. Porsha wants to be the main character so badly when really it was Shamia that's the main character the whole fucking time. Now we know. Now we know. Porsha, you was late to this girl birthday party. You didn't even go to the girl wedding, talking about you couldn't afford a first class ticket. Just doing too much. Another no child left behind. Because Porsha is slow as molasses. That's why she got along with Phaedra so well. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. But just like Quad and Mariah, just like what's some other friendship? Okay, we got Quad and Mariah. Shit, even Tammy and Shawnee. Who else? I'm trying to think who else had that kind of friendship dynamic where one was the lapdog for the other until they wasn't. Yes, Nene and Cynthia. Yes. Yes. Phaedra is smart though. Yes, but Phaedra is smart, but at the same time, Nene and Marlo, yes. Jennifer and Evelyn, that's another good example, yes. Yes. Nene and Kim, yes. Meg and Kelsey, yes. Tiny and Shakana, yes. No, what I was going to say was, yes, Phaedra's smart, but Phaedra is smart to dumb people. You understand? That's really why Phaedra hurried up and got off of Married to Medicine. Not just because, they was demonic spawns of Satan. But no, it was really because Phaedra is used to being the smartest person in the room. And in a room full of doctors, baby, your big words is not that bright. It's not that, girl, it was a room full of educated women. It's like being top dog. You only top dog till you in the room with top dogs. And then you see who the real top dog is. Yes, Giselle and Robin, Kim and Courtney. Yep, Remy Ma and Ra Ali. Now y'all thinking Kyle and Dorit. They're only friends because one perceives themselves to be better than the other. Or one knows that the other is actually better. But since that one don't know who they are, then shit, bitch, I'm gonna let you think you beneath me. Hello. So a lot of times we sit back and we say, damn, why are people just drawn to me? Why they, or if you weren't gonna do me right, why you even, baby, they drawn to your light. They see what you too insecure to see in your motherfucking self. Malika and Chloe, yes. You understand? Kim and Larsa, yes. I noticed with a lot of these people in the spotlight, they don't want to be friends with their equals. Hey, shout out to Love Jones. Hey, they don't want to be friends with their equals. They want someone around them that's beneath them. That's going to kiss their ass. That's going to tell them everything they do is right. That's going to make them feel better about themselves. Hold up. Tia and Tamara. That's another one. Paris Hilton and Kim K. Yes. And Paris straight up told that girl, bitch, I gave you a career. She didn't know Kim was going to go on to be even bigger than her. Paris didn't know that. And they made up later, but when shout out to the Cashapp. Marquand, I appreciate that. What a lot of people don't realize is that, I can leave it like that, is that when you start a relationship with somebody, working, friend, or even family, because we play roles in our family as well, right? People expect you to play that position. When that position changes, because that's life, we may start here and somebody goes here, somebody goes there, somebody goes here, somebody goes there, right? You change, you grow, you evolve, you come into yourself, you get to know yourself, you start loving yourself. With that relationship, that friendship, you and your sister, you and your brother, you and your mama, it don't work no more because the dynamics have changed. That's the first thing people say when they want you to feel bad. Oh, you changed. Yes, bitch, I did. I woke up. I was asleep. I'm up. And so I'm telling y'all, I don't want y'all to feel bad when relationships fall apart. I don't want y'all to feel bad when you bump heads with people and y'all fall out, because it's not really about whatever you're bumping heads about. It's about the dynamics changing. And a person is either going to evolve with you and grow with you, or they're going to fall the fuck off. Because then what happens is if you don't cut that relationship off, then you guys become what's called frenemies, where you stick around because of how long you've known somebody, the quantity of the relationship versus the quality. Most relationships in life are meant to be short term. Always remember that. Well, everything in life is temporary. It's like I go around saying, oh, I thought I was going to be married forever. Bitch, you ain't going to live forever, ho. You going to die first or he going to die first? What are you talking about? So everything is short-lived. Yep, Daphne and Velma, yes. Yeah. When you don't know when to let somebody go, you quickly become frenemies. And you will sit there and be around somebody and invite them in your house and go on vacation with them. And then y'all get into it at the club and y'all get to the hotel and now y'all scrapping in the hotel room. And it could, come on now. You got to let them go. And it's okay. It's not a bad thing. The power dynamics were equal, so that doesn't make sense. Now, if we're talking about friendships in general, we can all be on that list. But you know what, though? Their power dynamics really were not. They still were not equal, though. I'm going to tell you why. Because guess what? When Porsha look at Shamia, do y'all really want to get into it? Shanquilla, who had no business being friends with those bums. Shanquilla had 2 successful businesses. That girl was paid. And that girl wasn't even 30. That girl had 2 businesses at the age of 26. What the hell is she doing? But guess what? Just wanted some friends. And what did they use her for? For money, for access. You know, she covered shit, paid for shit. That's all it was about. Some of us get used. Oh, you got a nice car or you got a nice crib. Which I never understood that shit. Bitch, I got bills. What are you talking about? Ain't nobody gave me shit. Anyway. Okay, let's really get into it, right? Somebody said, no, their power dynamics are equal. No, they're not. Because when Porsha look at Shamia, she sees herself as better. Porsha like, I'm a bad bitch, you not. So why do you have the life that I want and I look better than you? Porsha don't look at this girl and see a equal looks wise. That's why anytime she brought Shamia around, she got Shamia half naked and bent over like a whore. Porsha treated this girl like a hoe. Y'all don't remember when they took that cash trip down to Miami? Porsha introduced this girl. This girl come out the door bent over. Anytime I see this girl on screen, when Porsha bring this girl on screen, she's bent over. She's sexualizing the hell out of her. So we walk around telling each other, oh, everybody's equal and we're all equal in the eyes of the Lord and everybody. No, we're not. We size each other up all the time and people will look at you and feel like I'm better than you. I'm better looking than you. I got a better body than you. I got better hair than you. I got better skin than you. I had a better family than you. I had a this, I had a that. How do you have more than me? How was your life easier than mine? I'm lighter than you. I got a better body than you. If you're a man, a lot of times I'm taller than you. How you got a better life than me? We don't want to talk about this shit, but that's the truth. That's how we look at each other. That's how we look at people. Come on now. Oh, hold up. Here's another one. Bitch, you fat. How you got a husband? As if niggas don't like big bitches. You can look at these niggas' mamas and tell somebody like big bitches. Both women are attractive, but objectively, Porsha is like the baddie. Shamia is not a baddie. Porsha had to spread her legs. Let me tell you something. Porsha spread her legs for the hot dog man. Porsha spread her legs for chicken wings and Hennessy. Shamia's husband married her. And married her quickly. That man married her quickly. See, a lot of times it's easy to get jealous of a baddie, or if you're a man, you can get jealous of a Chad or a Tyrone. But before you realize, a lot of them underneath all that, there's nothing there. And after they get used up, after Porsha has had many men bounce up and down on top of her, bent her over, all kinds of meat in her mouth. And none of them niggas thought she was good enough to be a wife. Shamia had no problem getting a husband. You don't think that make Porsha feel some kind of way? You're crazy. Exactly. Shamia's not a bad looking woman at all. She's just not an Instagram Fashion Nova baddie type thought. She don't have that look that's in right now. That kind of look. Porsha married a gay man who then threw her out with nothing to her name but her wedding dress and sent her back home to her mother's couch. When Cordell threw Porsha out, Porsha was broke. Porsha then had a baby with a hot dog man who couldn't stop cheating, and then married a scammer. So once again, Shamia got the life that Porsha always want. Porsha, little girls, Shamia. And Shamia is just too blind to see that shit, but maybe she see it now. Exactly. She went from a gay dude to bestiality. Why? Because that girl had to literally sell herself to get where she's at. Because Porsha has had a lot of work done too. She's not a natural baddie, but a baddie nonetheless. This is bought and paid for. Don't get it twisted. The titties, the ass, the hips, the nose, the jaw, the chin, and the veneers, and the Botox around the eyes. Porsha didn't have all that done. Yes, she did. Because before she had all that done, she looked it just like Lauren. She looked it just like her sister. Porsha's whole head shape changed. Oh, and she dated R. Kelly. Nonetheless. Look, well, shit, you threw, right? You threw. R. Kelly. We already know what you was about. But that's just what it is. Yeah, Porsha does the liquid nose job. It's not a full rhinoplasty, but anyway, my point is, I knew these two would go. I already knew once we really figured out who Shamia really was, I already knew. And hold up. Look at this picture. They're posing, they're smiling, but they're not really close. Look at that distance between them in this picture. Porsha really don't fuck with this girl like that. She really don't. It looks fake. Thank you. It's given very much. I saw a picture of Tasha K and Chelsea posed just like this. It's very much given that. Thank you. Shamia is more talented. Shamia can sing. Porsha's vocals are very flat. Porsha need to be in the vocal lesson with me when I get my vocal lessons from Love Job, because her shit be flat. Because I be flat as hell. Anyway, that's all I got to say, y'all. I'm being these messed up relationship dynamics. We already knew that was gonna fall apart. But Shamia keeps it cute and keeps it classy, and I respect that. All right, moving right along from that. Congratulations to Towanda Braxton and her new husband, according to the Jasmine brand. It wasn't exclusive over there with the Jasmine brand. Towanda got married. She got married to her boyfriend. Some people like him, some people don't. Some people say he a little rough with her. He a little rough with his language. He a little rough when he speak to her. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Y'all better realize and understand some women like that shit. Most women like that shit. They like they men to talk a little rough to them. Sorry. Now, I don't know what this one do for a living. Hopefully, he has a job because, her last husband didn't have no job. I think she sent him back to his grandmama's basement. Damn. Just saying. So hopefully this one has a job, all right? And Towanda can really, be taken care of. I want that for every black woman to at least experience, at least for some time in your life, one relationship where you get to be taken care of. I wish that for every black woman. Yeah, Andre was always a punk. Everybody punked Andre. But congratulations to their marriage. But yeah, they say he talk a little rough, he talk a little aggressive with her. Listen, that shit probably get her coochie wet. Most women like that shit. They just don't want you to do too much. But I mean, I don't judge relationships. I don't. Yeah, Towanda is a Virgo. They like it rough. Listen, I don't know. You got to talk to the Virgos about that. I don't know. I'm not a Virgo. All I'm saying is I want every black woman for at least one time in her life to experience a relationship where she can be taken care of. And we wish them the best. That's all I can say. We wish them the best. Oh, she didn't invite Tamar, but we know she don't fuck with Tamar. It is what it is. All right. Next, we got to talk about Kanye. That's been calling out Kim and her whole family for trafficking and saying that they was trafficking his kids and that they wrong and this and that, and he can't see his kids and he can't visit his kids and they selling his kids, and we here to let you know, Kanye, we don't care. You sat there and had all them babies with that whore who was a whore from the beginning. That wasn't no classy, respectful woman that you had children by. Listen. We already knew what the Kardashians was about. You said they was the shit. You said they was the next big thing smoking, and they got that clout off your dumb ass, and then they threw you away when they couldn't control you no more. Do you understand that, Yay? You thought you was going in there running something, not knowing that they was using you for relevance the whole time. You single-handedly put Kim in the fashion industry. Because we all know that Kim was dressing tacky as hell. Now you want us to feel bad? And what is it with these Negroes? Said the time about they black kids, my black kids, my black kids, my black kids. Why y'all don't want y'all black kids coming out of a black coochie? A white woman can't give birth to no black kids. Those are your biracial children. They're biracial. Who's gonna grow up and thank God that, they look like you, but they really don't look like you. You understand? Who's gonna grow up and lean more to the white side? They'll lean more to you, for their street cred, when they want to be a thug and when they want to walk around like LaJello Ball and, be tatted from head to toe and, be able to say the N-word. But other than that, they not black. You didn't want no kids with no black woman, remember? Y'all niggas have no foresight, and then y'all see later on the results of having these exotic ass children. Hello? So you talking about they gets trafficking and this and that? I don't know what in the hell you want us to do. What do you want us to do? You can't save your kids, so what do you want from us? Yes, thank you. When they need swag, because that's what they think being black is. It's so insulting. I was working on a wall. Like, what? No, actually, I do like that song. I feel like it's like the 2000s again. But you get my point. Like, boy, you from Chino Hills, California. Swerving in what? We're going to come back and we're going to talk about that too. People got to stop watering down blackness to just this toxic ghetto ratchet behavior. We are not all toxic, ratchet, and ghetto. There's more to being black than that. Anyway, he want us to feel bad. I don't. But I'm going to say this. Y'all didn't hear this from me, but I have a theory. Remember when Trump was in office the first time, right? Was that 2016? I think 2016, right? He got elected. In his first term, remember Kim started visiting the White House. She was around Trump. She was around his daughter, Ivanka Trump. Because the mama was Ivana. Or is it Ivana and the mama was Ivanka? Anyway, you get what I'm saying? Trump's daughter. She was hanging with her all the time. She was around that crew. Around that time, allegedly, there are photos with Kimberly Noel Kardashian West at the time wearing an ankle bracelet. Okay? Allegedly. You know, it's a lot of things coming down with the celebrities being brought down. The Diddy trial, Diddy had a lot of people on tape. Kim was allegedly used in the industry as a woman to just lure in men to do sexual deviant things, especially on camera, but to just lure them in and use her sexuality to get these men to do whatever. Sign deals, sign this, sign that. I have a theory that the feds have been trying to take down Diddy since about 2016. And who better else to use than the white woman that was right there by his side the whole time? So you look at Diddy, and you even, shout out to R. Kelly, you even look at R. Kelly, and you think when they was having all these escapades that they was doing all this by themselves. No, it's loads and loads of staff. It's a whole bunch of staff. It's a whole bunch of people on payroll. I just got a feeling like, was Kim really going to the White House to get a pardon? Was she really going to save her own act? I'm just saying. Whenever the feds come down on you, they take years. The feds may wait 10 years before they come down on a person. So they've been waiting and looking for a while. And allegedly, Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner plays more the madam role. She was a whole back hooder, but she really got in that big mama that, you know. But she pimped the shit out of Kim. Point blank, period. And so if Kim was somebody that was witness to the shit that was going on at the parties, what better way to save herself? To just go to the feds herself and tell them everything that she knows. And then here we are in 2025, and the Diddy trial starts in May. Everything is alleged. It's a theory of mine, though. Do you think this is why he's defending Diddy? Could be. I wonder if this is why Kim became a lawyer. Come on now you're thinking. Because why did she want to become a lawyer all of a sudden? Oh, my daddy was a lawyer. girl, your daddy did not approve of what you did. And truth be told, your daddy did not approve of you being with black men, because when you married Diamond, your first husband, your daddy called you a whore. Because even though he was cool with black men and O.J. Simpson was Uncle O.J., he didn't actually want black in his lineage. Oh, shit. So this wasn't about you making your daddy proud, because your daddy was not proud at all. Your daddy did not approve. Remember, Kim, that's why when you posed for Playboy on the early seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashian, you did that pose of Playboy with all the pearls, and your mom was right there saying, "You're doing great, sweetie," but she had already seen you get that shit beat in on camera and made you go refilm that with Ray J 3 times. We still ain't seen the third tape. So, y'all, sexing y'all mama was not, it's not crazy. Just like when Khloe Kardashian talked about how when she was a kid, she was up under the bed while her mama and Bruce was getting it on, and she sat there and listened to her mother have sex. Oh my God, it's proper. That's a nasty family. Nasty family. But you remember, Kim, after you posed for Playboy and they told you was going to be covered, there's going to be some little clouds on the nipples, and it wasn't, the nipples was out, and you was with Reggie Bush at the time, and Bruce told you in that kitchen in that house that y'all had in Hidden Hills, he said, your father would not be proud of you. Because you know it was the truth. I've also seen every episode of the show. This is how I'm able to roast y'all the way that y'all do, the way that I do, because I am the Kardashian roaster. Nobody roasts them on this internet better than me, period. I do that. I don't know how I remember all this shit, but I do. So anyway, we're going to see. But I just truly, truly believe it ain't over. And the Kardashians got something to do with it. All right, move right along from there real quick. Shout out to Quinta Brunson and her now estranged husband. I didn't know she was married to a white man. Did y'all know she was married to a white man? Well, they filed for divorce after 4 years of marriage. But don't worry though, they had a prenup, so he not gonna get none of her Abbott alimentary money. The white man ain't gonna get her money because she had a prenup. Oh, yeah, baby. Everybody's divorcing. But I didn't ever know she was married, and they have no children, and she basically gets to make a clean break. I feel like her next husband will be black if she ever gets married again. And, Quinta or Quinta, I think it's Quinta. Quinta has a certain kind of personality and look, well, she's not bad looking, but a certain kind of personality. Real tiny girl, real tiny girl. But I respect her hustle and her come up. Went to LA with nothing, started on the YouTube, and now 15 years later, we got Abbott Elementary, right? That's why I tell y'all, never give up on your dreams. Never give up, never give up, never give up. And I even have to tell myself to never give up. Anyway, with that being said, Quinta, for the atypical Pookie, she don't need no Pookie. She needs a computer science type of black man, a suburban black man. I'm hoping she don't leave this white man and then go get a Pookie. Don't get no Pookie because you're not ready for no Pookie, sis. Don't mess up your life like that. So I am all for my, black people are not a monolith, like we just said. So our alternative blacks, finding other alternative blacks. Because, baby, a Pookie a Tyrone gonna run through you, boo. Yeah, a doctor, yes. Like Oshun, exactly. That kind of black. That's what she needs. an interesting couple. But good job on keeping us out your business. And I'm going to say this. You know what? Her brand, her personal life is not a part of her brand. So to be honest, it was really none of our business anyway. Oh, yeah, she don't need no damn hotel. All right. Last but not least, I think this is the last one. We got to bring Dr. Umar and his daughter into the office, baby. His daughter single-handedly brought down his career and has ruined the grift that he's been doing for the last 15, 20 years. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think Dr. Umar is gone. I do think he is rebranding over there in Ghana, in Africa, because he done ran through the church's money here. The school is never gonna, be finished. And he's raised millions of dollars for this school. And we're just gonna be honest. I just think that, I just think that school ain't nothing but a tax shelter. That's just my opinion. Because where is the education? Where is it's been 20 years, damn near. 20 years. And we ain't got no school. But I love how his daughter put him on blast. And I love how we really saw and see him for who he is. Y'all see, this is the one person he didn't want to debate. He didn't want to debate Dan Calloway either. But he didn't want to debate his daughter. Let me tell you something. His daughter will read his ass for filth. You want to talk about fathering the female version of you? That is lethal. That is lethal. He can't get none past this girl. And he knows that. He knows that. He would probably try to talk over her. She gonna talk over him. They're gonna be talking over each other. I can already tell you, they're not gonna have a conversation because that's a conversation he will not be able to dominate. It is what it is. Did you see her interview with Cynthia G? Yeah, I did see some of it. I sure did. Yeah, she got the receipt. Listen. Very mature for her age, and intellectually, she can be right there with him. Yeah, he did call her a smurf. Well, we're not even going to talk about what Dr. Umar looked like. He ain't one for looks. Oh, yeah, all that Black Queens Forever, Snow Bunnies. Listen, I just think at this point, Dr. Umar needs to just let the school, well, he ain't going to let the school go. That's a tax shelter. But he needs to just rebrand as a comedic content creator. Like at this point, Dr. Umar might as well just load up the webcam and start spilling tea. I'm just saying, she's definitely the female version here. That's what I'm saying. And he knows that. It's nothing he can do with her. Anyway, shout out to her. Well done. How can anyone believe him now? How did we even believe him from the start? How did we even believe him from the start? All these hotel niggas turned out to be just a fucking disgrace. Because the truth is, these hotel dudes and these pro-black dudes are refined thugs. This Dr. Umar is nothing more than an educated Philly street ninja. That is it. And he rebranded to a hotel nigga. Sometimes they rebrand into a preacher, right? And sometimes they go the hotel pro-black, pro-Egypt, pro-African, pro-spirituality type. But nonetheless, they're still a Philly street ninja, a Houston street ninja, or whatever. He's a thug all day long. He just realized instead of working the streets, I'm gonna just work these pockets, work their pockets the legal way. And these are supposed to be our leaders. This is who we supposed to get behind. This is who I'm supposed to listen to. I don't listen to a man that don't have control over his family. I know he a Philly ninja. Philly people they're rough. It's just the culture there. It's different. Same thing with Baltimore people. Same thing with DC people. It's a little different, but you can tell, like, ooh, you from DC. Ooh, you from Baltimore. Ooh. It is what it is. But this is who they want y'all to submit to, a deadbeat daddy. A man who couldn't marry neither of his baby mamas and then talk shit that they expected marriage. These men criticize y'all for not being married before you carry, but then won't actually marry you before they put a baby inside of you. It's just wild. Anyway, we got anybody else? I think that's it. I think that's it. Let's see what else we got. Oh, we got that old black nigga. That old black nigga. Congratulations to Megan Good and Jonathan Majors on their marriage. Okay? They got married in a secret wedding. I think they did it at Megan's house or his mother's house or something like that. Anyway, they kept it on a low. And right after they got married, then that clip leaked of him admitting to choking the hell out of that white girl and aggressing her, as he said. Very, very educated way of saying, I choked the shit out you, bitch. Ain't that some shit? A nigga slap you talking about some, oh, I just reset the side of your face. What? No, nigga, you slapped me. Excuse me. Anyway, with that being said, they are married. Megan is in love. I don't know if Jonathan is in love with her like that. He's definitely in need. And when a man is in need, he will do what he got to do. Because, baby, we are way more hypergamous than y'all. And we can screw anything. So don't feel like you special if a nigga screw you. Anyway, with that being said, I do believe that they're trauma bonded with one another. I believe that Megan, like most women, have this complex where they like a sick puppy. They like to take in the sick and the helpless and the shut in. And but I believe she loves him really with all of her might. For you, Jonathan, you better not fuck this up or you're done. If you hit Megan, Jonathan is done. Like, he will be done. No, I think she's more into him than he is into her. But most relationships is like that. One is the chaser, one's the runner. One's going to be more into one than I'm not even worried about that. They're married now, so it don't even matter. The whole point is, whatever you do, don't hit her, because you literally will be done. Like, done. She wants children now, so she will be pregnant. I think Megan, if Megan is not already pregnant, Megan will be pregnant by Christmas. She's not going to wait. She's already in her 40s and she's in love. She will be married by Christmas. She won't tell anyone if he does. She won't tell anyone at first until it gets bad enough. The first time he slap her or punch her or kick her, and it won't be in her face at first, it'll be like in her ribs or something like that. She ain't gonna tell nobody. But if that shit keep happening, because here's the thing, he's in all of this therapy, but here's the part of therapy they don't talk about. You don't actually know if any of that shit's working until you get triggered and you're able to work through your triggers, right? Until you get triggered and then you're able to use your coping techniques to not crash out. Or sometimes you get triggered and you still crash out and you say, ooh, I'm not healed like I thought. See, a lot of us think we healed because we isolate and we're not around the problem anymore, except for the problem just keeps coming in new people until you actually like heal that wound. Oh, shit. Megan or Leo, she'll fight him back. I don't want her fighting at all. I don't want her fighting at all. So all that therapy is great, but you know, she's gonna make you mad. She's gonna do things you don't like. When y'all have y'all kids, your children are gonna upset you. Are you gonna smack the shit out your kids? Some people raise kids like that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I think that she's absolutely gorgeous, and I think that he's a great actor. And their children are gonna look like him. And yeah, God bless. God bless. No shade. No shade, no shade, no shade, no shade. She's a Leo and he's a Virgo. Hey, all right. Thank you, opinionated. I appreciate that. Are you still in the chat, opinionated? So I can make you a mod. Jonathan was capping about his booty taken though. Okay, so here's the thing about that. We'll have to do a separate video for this too, I guess. But let's just say this. All of this stuff coming out with the white girl and Rolling Stone randomly dropping that audio and all this and all that, it is orchestrated. It is orchestrated against Jonathan. That is the truth, right? And it's because Jonathan did not do something that he was expected to do. Hey, shout out to Larry Reed. You understand? Can you read in between the lines? Jonathan was expected to do something and he didn't do it, and his life started falling apart in the media after. We'll talk about that on another video. It's really messed up though. Nah, he was beating the hell out that girl, that white girl. Don't get it twisted. He was abusive in his past, not only to women, but co-stars back in his theater days. Like he's always been super aggressive. Coming up, he was called Jonathan with the Big Nose. I think that was his nickname. Jonathan with the Big Nose. It's some fucked up, but basically he has been talked about, called ugly his whole life. And so I also know that being on the internet and people saying what they say, he see these comments and it has to be re-traumatizing, not gonna lie, because he's literally dealt with that his whole life. Yeah, that's that though. So, but yeah, he was expected to do something. He was asked to do a certain act by two men that I can't say that word, but you can read in between the line of who I'm talking about. And he declined the initial act and then was asked, would he allow something to be done on him? And he turned that down. And then all of a sudden, he was being trashed in the media. So Just saying. Listen. Jonathan ain't trying to go back to jail. He not gonna beat my ass because he ain't trying to go back to jail. See, I only talk about people that's on their second strike. I don't talk about people that can afford their first charge. No, I'm good. I'm good. He's just funny look. But you know what it really is though? It's not even that he's necessarily funny looking. He's just someone who, if you trace his lineage, he doesn't have a lot of European admixture. Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of European admixture. So he has he's straight from the boat. Or the land, whatever you believe. And a lot of us are not used to seeing that. A lot of us really don't realize what Black people really look like. You understand? So we see our features that we like. Not me, but like people get, but baby, that's us. Yeah. He has the face of, yes. He has very strong features. Probably, yes. He's pure. Jonathan Majors, Oprah Winfrey, Serena and Venus Williams. Look at Serena's daddy. Those are people that don't have a lot of admixture in their family. Admixture of other races in their lineage. They're pure. So you see that and you go, oh, because you always have to understand it's not skin color, it's features. Yeah, admixture do not make you look, it don't. But some people have families where they have some admixture, like most do in America. Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg is another. Exactly. And then some people don't. This is what it is. Do you think they tried to bug break? And that's exactly what I'm telling y'all. Yep. So I would, right. We are Africans living in America. Whew, we're not gonna go there. Shout out to Larry Reed. But I see what you're saying. Storm, you have strong features too. I do. I never said I didn't. I never said I didn't. But to a lot of people, that strong features, it throws them off. Then some people like it. Then some people like strong features on a male's face versus on a female's face. It's just like Shannon Sharp. Well, you look at Shannon Sharp, his mama looked just like him, or his grandmama looked like him. So when I saw Shannon Sharp in front of Cheryl Underwood and he didn't want to give her no play, that showed you understand what I'm saying? Shannon Sharp want to be with Nicole Murphy. What you want to be with Nicole Murphy for? Whatever. Anyway. That's what I'm saying. When Cheryl told the story of how they went on that date in the 90s and they stayed out all night and Cheryl brought them back to the room, you know what Cheryl wanted. You know what she was supposed to do. And if Cheryl was conventionally attractive, he'd have blew her back out. He'd have been my Cheryl instead of my Michelle. Because we know Michelle is not black. We could tell by her voice. Right. If y'all don't like black features, just say, well, a lot of people don't. That's the thing. We got to make black features cool again. All we got to do, I realize when it comes to what people see as attractive, it's just about what's cool. We just got to make black features cool again. And we got to have people that have strong features have babies with other people with strong features. But the problem is you got people with strong features and they going and grabbing somebody Asian, somebody white, somebody this, somebody that. And then complaining when they look at the NBA and the NFL and it's all beige. Feeling feel some kind of way. All these light-skinned dudes, really? Then they complain when there's nothing but Steph Curry's walking around. Like, what? That's why they treated OG so wrong. Yes. Yes, absolutely. I'm gonna tell you who else gets treated wrong. Or I feel the aggressiveness towards her is also a result of colorism and featureism is Quad over there in Married to Medicine. Why do they feel so comfortable bullying Quad? Why do they? I'm not saying Quad ain't dramatic. I'm not saying Quad is a saint, but at the same time, it's like Simone's issue with Quad. Like what do you have? Like what? They always mad at Quad. But subconsciously, come on now, y'all don't really want to get into this shit. Come on now. Y'all don't want to get into this shit. I think Quad is pretty. I think so too. She definitely look better than Simone, no shade. Look at how Iyanla did Neffy. I think so. I think they always have an issue with Quad. It's weird. Okay. Anywho, thank y'all for tuning in. Before we go, we'll show y'all the website. Okay. Hold on. We are almost done. Make sure y'all go to stormmonroetv.com. You can put in your email right here and subscribe. So whenever the lives officially start and the videos officially start being uploaded, you would get a notification to your email. Whenever I upload anything to the website, notifications to the email. Anything you want me to cover on the website, anything you want me to talk about, nothing is off limits because it's behind the paywall. What else? The app is almost finished. Android version is done. We're just trying to get Apple to approve the app. But yeah. I'm so happy I went ahead and just did this because I don't know what YouTube on. How much? The subscription is like $3.99, but you don't have to subscribe right now. You can just put in your email for now. You literally pull it up, put your email in right there, and we almost done, damn it. Almost. Okay. I'm excited too. All right. Yeah, no more YouTube jail. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, share if you care. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I will catch you all later.